Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, my subscribers, and good afternoon, my followers. Good afternoon, my viewers, and good afternoon. And I use the opportunity to say thank you for you subscribing and viewing my videos. But today we're talking about a topic that has to do with all of us. If you can see around my surrounding, I'm making this video in a cemetery. I'm making a video where people are being buried because these people were born, they were once born and now they are dead. Some of them died prematurely, some of them died in their rightful age, some of them died before their age. So indirectly, it's a lesson for us that is being alive, that one day we're still going to die, or one day we're going to be raptured, or one day we'll be taken to heaven. But regardless of where we are traveling to, but we have to ask ourselves the question now, what are we using our life for now? Because I normally tell people, I said our life is like a phone credit, that when it is valid, we should use it to do the right phone call, we should use it to send the right messages. Because if your credit is exhausted, you cannot make credit, you cannot make phone call, which make it very, very vital and good and positive for us to be able to use our life the way it's expected to use it. Because we cannot just come to this world and live a life that we feel that we want to live. We have to live a life that is lucrative. We have to live a life that is meaningful. We have to live a life that is positive. We have to live a life that is being a blessing to others. Because if we are living a life with this outside of this contrary, indirectly, we are not living a life that has fulfilled the purpose why God has created us to live it. We have to love ourselves. We have to live in one accord. We have to treat others good, because either we like it or not, one day we're going to end up in the grave. And if we don't live the rightful life that we have to live, we don't live the rightful talent that we have to use, indirectly, it's like we come into this world as a visitor and go as a visitor, which is not right, because in us we have a talent that God has given to us. In us we have a skill and ability that God has given to us. We should be able to identify it and use it for the purpose that we're meant to use it for. We have to be a blessing to our generation. We have to be a blessing to our world. We have to be a blessing to our city. We have to be a blessing to our community. We have to be a blessing to the house of God. We have to be a blessing for people that have come in contact with us. That is why I decided to flash our mind back to reinforce it, that this is a cemetery, that this is a grave, that people are being buried in a grave. These people were once born. These people was once like us. They eat, they talk, they dress, they run after work, they run after project, they run after buildings, they run after material things, but they are gone right now. They are no longer alive because they are dead. So what stops us right now? We that are alive to do what is right. We that is alive to think right. We that is alive to think to bless others. We that is alive, what stops us to identify the strength that we need? Like I told my daughter, I said, yes, I said you are good at everything, but you cannot be everything. So just identify what you are good at and use that to be a blessing to your world. You understand it now? God has given us all the best gifts in this world. Take your best strength among the gifts and be a blessing to this world. You don't need to be a university graduate to identify your gift. You don't need to have the best skills in this world to identify your gift, though there are elements that you can still consider, but there are some natural gifts that you have that you could use to be a blessing. Let's just be kind to each other. Let's just be nice to each other. Let's just accept others for who they are. Let's treat ourselves fairly. There is nothing, brother. There is nothing, no matter the crime, no matter the resources, no matter the evil, no matter the negative things you plan, you're not taking them anywhere. You're going to leave them. You're going to take a flight and leave them in this world. You're going to leave them. You're going to leave. Just imagine, do you think, looking at this grave behind me, looking at this grave in front of me, do you think these people doesn't have dreams? They have dreams. They have vision. They have aspiration. They have big dreams in their life to change their world. But today, where are they? They are in the grave. They are 6 feet in their grave, which is equivalent to everybody. That no matter how rich or wealthy you are, you're still going to be buried in 6 feet. But we pray to be old. We don't want to die young. You understand it now? But love people, even though you are old or you are young, they are gone. The question is that what are you using your life for right now? What are you using your life for right now? Are you playing with your life? Are you wasting your life credit? Are you wasting your 24 hours that God has given to you? If it's something you are wasting that is not good, it's something that you need to consider. You need to look. You can look at it. Just imagine. Look at the graves. Look at a lot of people in the grave wasting their talent, dying away, wasting their resources. Well educated, well privileged, well sound, we're beautiful, tall, handsome. Think of any quality you want to see, they are in the grave. So we that is alive, we need to rethink. We need to have a different view. We need to have a different perspective. We need to be a blessing to the life of others. We need to try to make others' life meaningful. We need to make sure things work. We need to make sure marriages work. We need to make sure children are brought up the way it's expected to be. We need to make sure that our impact in this world is being reflected positively. We need to make an impact to change this world, because why I'm strongly advocating of this is that a lot of us just struggle all through our life. We run into our daily needs, we run into our needs of meeting our daily wants, but we don't ask ourselves questions. One day, are we going to be old? One day, are we going to die? One day, are we going to live our lives the way it's expected to be? When you have this thinking, when you come to cemetery, like, it gives you a new thing. It gives you a new view, because it's as quiet like any other thing. You will see grave monuments. You will see them on the floor. You ask yourself question: what are you doing in this world? Why were you created? What impact are you going to leave in this world before you fly out of this world? What are you doing? Are you a blessing to the world? Are you causing problem in this world? What impact are you making in this world? These are things you need to put into consideration. Please, I strongly advocate that the primary objective of this video is to please strengthen your thinking, change your view, love your neighbor, be kind to people, have a different view. Have a different view about life. See things in a very different perspective. And have an objective of making your life better. Use your talent to better the world. Leave a trademark, because one day you won't be here anymore. This is a cemetery. This is a grave. These are graves of great men and great women. Talent that has not been used, resources that has not been tapped, name that has been forgotten. Your name should not be forgotten. Your talent should not just waste away in the grave. Now that you are alive, please use your life rightly. Be a blessing. Think different. Think different. See above your color. See above your race. See above your culture. See above who you are. See above your faith. Try to trap people into goodness. Try to be a blessing to the life of others. Try to change your world, because we are yet to make an impact in this world. That is why I came to the cemetery, to tell you that one day you will be buried. One day you'll be out of this world. One day you'll be raptured out of this world. One day you will not be here. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Are you a blessing? What will you be remembered for? Is a very, very big point that you need to put into consideration. It's a big point that you need to work on from today, because this is a fresh and a brand new year. It's a year that the cloud are open for us. The cloud of rain and blessings are poured upon us to change our world. Please, we have to change our world. We have to think different. We have to think different right now. We have to think different right now for the gospel. We have to think different right now with what we do. We have to think different right now with people we come in contact with. What impact are we leaving for them? What impact are we leaving for our children? What impact are we leaving for our world? We have to stay focused, and we have to make things different. We have to make things different, because, to be honest, you might be saying right there, you're not going to die. You are very young, you will not die. It's fine. I know you're not going to die if you want to think it that way. But are you not going to go old? You're going to go old. Look at my other videos that I've made. We have to think different. We have to have a different perspective about life. We have to rekindle our thinking. We have to think on how we plan, how we save, how we plan, how we live. We have to create happiness in our environment. We have to create happiness in our home. We have to love our loved ones. We have to keep good examples for our children. We have to keep good examples for our community. We have to keep good examples for our peers. We should take it serious, because this is very, very serious. We are not getting younger. That is why I'm raising a crusade of soldiers. I'm raising a crusade that are thinking positively for us to transform this world. Come, let's work in collaboration. Come, let's walk in a different light. Come, let's rekindle this light to the world. Let the world know that we are here for a purpose, that we are born for a reason, that we are alive for a reason, that God has created us to rule the world, that we are not just born by mistake, that we are not existing because we want to exist, but we are existing because God wants us to exist. We just have to rethink and change our world. Our world has to be changed. Our world has to feel our impact. Our world has to recognize that we are born this day, and we live this day, and we live this trademark. Is a key and it's the resources that we have to tap. Being alive is a blank check. Having your 24 hours is a blank check. Having a breath is a blank check. If you go to the hospital, you see a lot of people begging for oxygen. If you go to the hospital, you see a lot of people cannot do a lot of things that you do. It's not because you are better off than them. It's because God has given you the privilege and opportunity for you to see today. So what are you doing with that opportunities? What are you doing with that privilege? What are you doing with that life that you have? What are you doing with that time you have? Please, we have to have a rethink of our life. Hence, this video has come for that primary objective, to throw that light, and we have to achieve that. Thank you. As you watch, as you share, as you subscribe, and as you run with the objective of this video, because the scope and objective of this video is the primary objective for us to achieve our aim and objective of this video, that we just have to be nice to each other. We just have to be friendly to each other. We just have to treat others right. We just have to appreciate others. We just have to see life different. Thank you once more for watching this video, and have a blessed day as I cut the video.